Hello, and welcome back to fraudonthetele. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down and comparing some of my favorite scenes from the Legend of Vox Machina and their critical role counterparts. Specifically, that Keyleth Suntree scene, as well as Percy claiming the first name off of his list. If you haven't already, go check out our other scene comparison videos where we break down Vax's Jenga scene, as well as Percy's Your Soul is Forfeit. I really enjoy making these videos because you oftentimes get to see how true the show is to the campaign, how oftentimes the Legend of Vox Machina will take direct voice lines from the campaign, which is just so freaking cool. As always, if you enjoyed the video and learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, let's get into it, starting with Marisha and Keyleth, It's Us moment in front of the sun tree.
You guys are looking on the outskirts of the square. It's hard to make out the details, and the weathering has kind of muddled the figures that are hanging there. Percy and Vax, you guys notice the figure on the far left.
The body.
The body on the far left has a like a red paint smattered across its face and its arms. It's wearing a dirtied green vest-like robe that dangles below it as it hangs there loosely. Immediately to the left of it, you see what looks to be the body of a child. The child is dressed up in a purple-ish billowing shirt, a very fine silk shirt and pantaloons, and is dangling there next to it. To the left of that, you see it appears to be a female, adorned in greens and browns. Looks like red paint has been driven through the hair, and dangles to the left of that figure. Next to that, you see what appears to be...
I'm walking the fuck away.
You see what appears to be another woman dressed in dark blacks and browns, leathers, some furs across the top, dark hair, dangling. To the left of that, you see another man dressed similarly, dark grays and blacks, long dark hair, dangling. To the left of that, you see a rather large man, older, rotund, probably in his 40s, clothing padded but mostly open chest, hair completely shaved bald. Looks like there are dark scars or placed across the face, hanging. To the left of that, you see this figure is actually not humanoid. It appears to have been
oh my god,
a recently hunted bear that is dangling.
No.
Wait, what? Is that us?
It looks like us.
What?
It's us.
They killed people they thought were us. Or they killed...
Or it's a message.
Or it's a message to us.
Do they look like us, or are they just dressed like us? Are they made to look like us?
Do you want to get closer and look?
Yeah.
I'm a little curious.
Do you want to get closer? And
Is there
look?
is there
Are
any
you
is there
sure?
anything around the tree other than
They're
that? Is there
probably
anything at the
watching
base
the
of the
tree.
trees or anything?
From what you can see now,
they
nothing
are.
but just rocks and stones and piles of loose
We have
cloth
a
that
good
just been rotting
plan.
below it. Approaching, it looks like each one of these bodies has been dressed up. It looks like the color in the redhead's hair has been smeared through with paint. The person who's been painted red has been slapdash. You gather with a moment of looking at it, these were not individuals that were caught this way. This was set up as a message.
Oh.
Keep walking, keep your head down, and keep walking.
I don't think they're here.
One emotional scene. Watching the cast's face as they realize that their characters are the ones that are supposed to be hanging from the tree gets me every time. Even the chat was fooled, many thinking it was somehow Percy's family that was hanging from the tree. It's interesting that they didn't include a bear to the tree to represent Trinket in the animated show. I think it's probably because technically the Briarwoods never saw Trinket, if I remember correctly, in the animated show, which would make sense because in the campaign, there's no Pike corpse in the tree, because Pike wasn't at the banquet with the Jenga moment, so the Briarwoods never saw her, thus they didn't know that she was part of Vox Machina. The fact that we get the scene prior to this in the Briarwoods courtroom with the people who are dressed to become Vox Machina walking in just made this whole thing even more brutal, because fans in the know, as soon as they saw these people and this symbol, would know exactly what's happening. The Briarwood arc in the campaign really felt like this big moment to me, where the stakes were raised dramatically, and I think the show so far has done a good job at conveying that. Okay, enough blabbering on, let's check out the second scene where Percy kills Sir Carrion, claiming his first name on the list.
That's 6 more points of damage.
So, as you go around and fire from the barrel, The shot fires out, and as you recoil, you guys, for those who are noticing off the side, this dark smoke's beginning to slowly pour out of Percy's body, out of his eyes and his ears, and the hand on the gun. There's just this black smoke's beginning to emit from his body and begin to envelop the gun arm.
What?
We all see this?
For those who are paying attention, which right now would be pretty much just Scanlan and Vex. Rog's too.
Weird.
But you see it,
So you don't see shit.
I'm not
Shut
crazy.
up.
No, but I'm at this guy's throat.
I'm gonna take a quick reload,
Okay.
and I'm going to fire again with sharpshooter, and I'm going to use I'm going to do a headshot.
Okay.
So I'm going to attempt to make him have issues doing things. Natural 20.
The golden snitch strikes again.
Yeah, you did. See it from here.
The first blast hits, and you can see the cloak is blown off the shoulder and set aflame. Actually, just kind of burns and cinders in the corner. So Carrion looks down and is like, ugh. And he's kind of like looking very, very curiously. The second shot rings out, and at this point now, like, the smoke is wreathing your entire arm. The gun isn't even visible. It's just this giant column of smoke. The second shot rings out, this time hitting him in the side of the neck and the shoulder, blowing a chunk off of it. It's part of the bone is now sticking out. It's like, no! It reaches back with his arm and is like with the rapier up, kind of clutching it for a second. It leans over and just looks back over. Ripley!
I'm just
what?
as an action,
Ripley.
as a bonus action, I'm going to remove my hat, and I'm going to ask. I'm just going to say, drop it.
Oh,
Will this take an action?
To drop the spell, you can do it on your turn.
On your turn. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's next.
All right. So,
No sharpshooter. Yeah, no sharpshooter. Natural 20.
What?
Percy rolls, Percy rolls, Percy rolls.
It's making up for my gun failing like 4 times.
Whatever you
That's
possessed
true, it
Voldemort, just
I
do
know.
it. Smoke arm.
6, 16, 25, 31 points of damage. And 31 points of damage with 4 points of that being ice damage.
okay. So Percy, how do you want to do this?
You said that weird.
This is against
important.
Carrion,
This is
right?
important. This is
And Sir
important.
Carrion, this is currently visible at your disposal. Sir Carrion, you have enough of a shot to finish him off. The smoke is pushing you. Vengeance, 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 repeatedly echoing in the back of your mind. How do you want to do this?
I'm going to put on the mask since I'm still under. He still doesn't know who I am.
Okay. You reach up, you pull the mask down. The bird-peaked element of the mask now wreathed in smoke, resembling very closely the entity that made the original bargain with you.
I'm going to walk up to him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way to drop the illusion. That's such a damn shame.
Oh wait, you told me to.
I did.
I
but you
could
didn't.
have. I didn't. Fuck.
Got to.
You do it now for flavor.
That's fine. The mask will do. I'm going to take one last shot. I'm going to look right at him. I'm going to catch his eye. This is for the Drolos. And let me say, you were the one I was least looking forward to.
Oh, that's some cold shit.
With that, the little bit of wreathed magical energy, you can barely make out an expression of horror on the face before the resounding blast sound rocks the room. The actual bullet itself, a trail of black smoke behind it as it impacts the front of Sir Carrion's face. The entirety of his head caving inward while the back just splatters across the scarred wooden wall behind him. The body just slumps to the ground immediately. You guys all kind of glance over at Percy. You don't even see Percy, you just see a humanoid entity made of black, swirling smoke energy, with the peaked beak of his mask poking through. With that, you kind of recoil from it, and just the voice echoes in the back of your head going,
I'm going to drop the gun,
you drop it,
remove my mask, run to find something metal, something sharp anywhere on the table, and just start scratching off the name of the gun, and just like I'm gonna just go to a corner and just start scratching the name off.
Okay.
Disturbed.
Yeah, you probably notice a few differences in these scenes, but I think it still captured the same essence, I'd say. In the campaign, Vox Machina sneak into Carrion's house with the aid of a seeming spell. This spell made them appear as though they were ordinary peasants. That's why in the campaign, Carrion believed it was Ripley who attacked him, because Carrion associates firearms with Ripley. Overall, I think a lot of the changes that were made here worked very well thematically. The impact of Carrion's death is so much more with Percy revealing himself in those final moments. And I like the idea of the list magically removing the names on the barrel, even though the image of Percy frantically scratching the gun mid-combat like a madman is definitely a good one. Still, I think they captured this idea that Percy is being consumed by his want for revenge very well in the animated show. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Which scene did you enjoy more, the animated show or the original campaign? Overall, I've loved the changes and thematic decisions the writers have made to many moments in the campaign for the animated show. As we've discussed in our previous videos, oftentimes the writers of The Legend of Vox Machina have combined several cool moments from throughout the campaign into one kind of grand scene, and I really like most of the decisions they've made. As always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other Legend of Vox Machina content like our Easter egg videos. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace, love.